Justice delayed is justice denied.
जस्टिस डिलेड वाला वही जिसको आता है यही एक लाइन से शुरू करता है, इसी पे खत्म कर दे.
With more than 2 million cases disposed of and 50,000 judgments delivered since inception, the Supreme Court of India still is plagued by more than 67,000 pending cases. The problem worsens when we consider high courts and subordinate courts. The number of court cases pending in high courts amount to 57.53 lakhs, whereas in the case of subordinate courts, the number is 3.81 crores. Though there is no data on cases pending in the tribunals, the 272nd report of the Law Commission found that just 5 tribunals had around 3,50,000 pending cases till July 2017. According to many legal scholars, the problem of judicial pendency came into being in the late 1970s. In the decade after the national emergency, the number of cases pending in the Supreme Court started to escalate, peaking to 1 lakh in the year 1991. Mounting pendency of cases from the Supreme Court to the lower courts has only worsened in the COVID pandemic. Between March 2020 and April 2021, the number of pending cases in India increased by 19%. The mean number of days it takes for a case to reach from filing to decision date ranges from 149 days in Gyalching district in Sikkim to 5 years in Chandauli district in Uttar Pradesh. Before diving deep into this topic, please subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon. It will really encourage us to make more such videos. While pendency of court cases is a long ailing problem faced by the Indian judiciary, it is riddled with differing causes and at differing levels. Around 6,000 posts are lying empty in the subordinate courts. The number of judges per million in India is 20.9. There is a serious shortfall in the number of judges when we compare it with the United States of America and the UK, where this number is 107 and 51 respectively. Although there is a limit of a maximum of 3 adjournments per case in the Indian judicial system, it is not followed in more than 50% of the cases. Increasing appeals from lower courts to higher courts and then to the Supreme Court has also led to increased burden on the apex court. Apart from being understaffed, Indian courts are also underfunded. The vision of digital courts has come alive again due to the pandemic, but we are still lacking the funds and resources to digitize the court procedure. Increasing number of state and central legislations adds the strain to the already overburdened Supreme Court. According to the Ministry of Law and Justice, government departments are a party to around 46% of court cases. Supreme Court works on average for 188 days a year, while apex court rules specify a minimum of 225 days of work. Police are quite often handicapped in undertaking effective investigation for want of modern and scientific tools to collect evidence. Public interest litigations are rather being used as private interest litigation for personal, monetary, and political interests. In a recent hearing, the Delhi High Court imposed a fine of Rs 20 lakh on actress turned activist Juhi Chawla, citing the reason that the suit was filed for publicity. So how does this judicial pendency affect us? A weak judiciary has a negative effect on social development. The overcrowding of prisons to 150% of their capacities is a grave human rights violation. Judicial pendency has deep impacts on not only the social infrastructure but also on the economy. As per the Economic Survey, pendency hampers dispute resolution, discourages investments by stalling projects, and hampers tax collection. It also leads to escalated legal costs, which leads to increasing cost of doing business. It was estimated that judicial delays cost India around 1.5% of its gross domestic product annually. Roughly Rs 50,000 crores are locked up in stalled projects and new investments are reducing. The pursuit of justice has become more expensive because of chronic delays. Despite the mammoth nature of this problem, the government, top-level bureaucrats are keen on coming up with solutions. There has been a constant improvement in the court infrastructure along with the introduction of digitization in court proceedings. The E-Committee of the Supreme Court had launched the National Judicial Data Grid to provide data on cases pending in the district courts and high courts across the country. E-Courts Mission Mode project is also being rolled out in phases by the Ministry of Law and Justice. During the pandemic, the judiciary organized itself very quickly to hear urgent matters through video conferencing. Despite a mixed response from the lawyers because of technical problems, the system improved and evolved every passing day. Furthering the solution, we would like to suggest a way forward in dealing with this situation. First of all, there should not be any denial about how grave the situation is. There has to be a continuous discussion and consultation at top levels in our government to find the root cause of these delays. Increasing the number of judges seems to be the next best solution. A comprehensive proposal on setting up of an all India judicial services is already in circulation. We require 6,000 additional judges to swiftly clear the backlogs. Also, a case clearance rate of 100% can be achieved with the addition of merely 2,279 judges in the lower courts, 93 in high courts, and only 1 in the Supreme Court, which is already within sanctioned strength and only needs filling of vacancies. A long-term goal of courts operating 365 days every year should also be envisaged. The Supreme Court could have special benches across the country to increase access for the citizens. Government rules, orders, and regulations should be thorough and comprehensive to avoid unnecessary litigations. According to the 245th Law Commission report, 37.4% of the pending cases are traffic and police challans. 7.8% of pending cases are related to the matter of check bounce. We are in dire need of alternate dispute resolution mechanisms like dedicated traffic courts to clear such cases. The judicial process needs to be streamlined. Addressing the problem of judicial pendency is essential to uphold India's democratic values. In the due process of clearing backlogs, the quality of justice can't be compromised. The judiciary must also be within the financial reach of every citizen of India. The country's progress depends on a strong judicial system that can provide quick justice because, well, justice delayed is justice denied.